Hi, this is Gabby from the Safety Harbor Community Center, and I'm here to bring you an arts and crafts tutorial. Today I'm going to be teaching you how to make tissue paper flowers and how you can incorporate them into your Mother's Day gift this year. Without further ado, let's have some real fun. Alright, so first off, you're going to take the larger squares and you're going to fold them into a triangle, and then you're going to repeat that step 2 more times to get a smaller triangle. Okay, so this next part, you're going to cut petal shapes around the triangle, and you're going to go from edge to edge. Just be sure not to choose the middle piece as your edge, because you'll need that to hold the flower together. The cut up triangle should look a little bit like this, and you're going to unfold it, and it should look similar to a flower. And since you have multiple sheets, you're going to take apart each of the sheets and you're going to lay them on top of each other, but separating them enough to where the flower petals are in the gaps. Alright, you're going to move that flower aside, and you're going to take the smaller squares that you had cut up and you're going to line them up and fold them into a triangle like before. And you're going to do that same thing as you did before, cutting them up into petal shapes as well. And just like before, you're going to unfold and take apart each sheet and place them in the center of the flower, rotating them again so that way it leaves no gaps. Next, I'm going to grab a piece of paper. I'm using cardstock since it's a little thicker, and I'm folding it hamburger style. I'm going to cut a hole in the center of the card, and I'm going to check to make sure the hole is small enough to where the fastener won't go through. And then I'm going to stick the fastener in the center of the flower, and I'm going to poke that through the hole and fasten it on the other side. You're welcome to just glue it onto the card, but I figured the fastener would add more of a 3D effect. And just like that, you have completed your Mother's Day card. Alright, so starting off with the large squares, we're going to fold them into a large triangle again and cut it just to make sure that it's perfectly straight. You're going to fold it 2 more times into a triangle and then cut petal shapes around the triangle. Just make sure to keep the middle open just like last time, so that way the middle stays stable. After cutting the triangle, it should look something similar to this, and then you're going to unfold it and separate each sheet. You're then going to place them on top of each other, separating them so that way there is no gaps in between the flower petals. Setting the bigger flower aside, you're going to take the smaller squares and you're going to fold them into a triangle 3 times just like last time, and cutting the petals as well. And again, you're going to separate and unfold each of the sheets and place them in the middle since they're a little bit smaller. And you're just going to fan them out again so that there is no gaps. Next, you're going to take the straw and you're going to cut 2 incisions at the top of the straw, one a little bit above the other on either side. Next, you're going to push the fastener through the middle of the flower. Next, you're going to push the fastener through the straw, and you're going to put both sides of the fastener in between the holes on both sides of the straw. You're then going to pull the pieces up and fasten it. It should look something like that. Then you're gonna pull up each layer and pretty much just fluff the flower up to make it look more realistic. If you repeat this process multiple times, you will then have a flower bouquet to give to someone on Mother's Day.